Hello and welcome along and welcome back to This Is Ireland. We have quite a lot of animal work to do today. And we've got some clearing up around the yard from last time, as you can see as well. So we're going to take our landy over here and just park up. So we're just doing a short trip over. We'll get this open. I love the shadows on this door early morning on here. Just absolutely incredible. From that tree there is just brilliant. So as you can see, our combine is still parked up over there. It's looking a little bit empty in here, but that's not well. It's mainly because we have sold stuff. So there is that. That's something I need to address from last time that we had is that we got these two horse planters, and if we have a look here, and we're going to try this out later, I think. If we have a look at our two horse planters, this one requires 220. This is the one that we can plant our soybeans, our sunflowers, and our corn with. This one, the Certo, takes 300 horsepower and is a bit of a problem as a result. We may find that as we have no tractor, so we've got our little area and we've got 6810. So these are our two main tractors now, 240 and 250 horsepower. We are 50 horsepower short. So it looks like we're going to need another tractor in order to pull that. We're going to try it on the class a little bit later. But first, as I said today, we need to get working with the Massey here. Both our sheep and... Oops, no, not that. There. Both our sheep, so the Dorsets, they need grass and hay, it being the time of year it is. And then our horses as well, they need hay, and they could do some straw, and they need their water refilling. So we're going to take this, and we're going to go around and do those jobs. We need to get the... bale spike on here, so that we can do that. So that should be parked over here where we normally keep this. I think we might look and see if there's somewhere better for us to store these. This is certainly where we have them at the moment. And we're going to head over to the sheep field first and get that done and get them out of the way. Should say before we go any further here, we do have wool coming along nicely. So we've got 588 litres there and 1,000 litres there. So the wool is coming along well. As that gets full, as that gets near to being done, we'll start moving those off. Hopefully by the end of spring though, we should have a decent amount of wool. So let's just pop in here. Open the gate. We want to make sure that we don't lose any sheep, so we'll close the gate behind us. Always wise on the farm to close the gate behind you, and then head over here. And I think we'll grab a couple. We'll grab a couple. We should be all right, I think. We'll see. Actually, let's see how much one does first. We've got a stack of 3 bales here. We do need to stack some of these up and get these up to the dairy farm so that we're ready for our dairy cows. And I think what we're planning to do is get our cows next time. So next video, we're looking at getting the cows. This does need a clean as well. So let's just put this into our trough. There we are, and we'll see how full our sheep trough is. Yeah, so our sheep trough is fairly full. It's not going to take a whole nother bale. So I think at the end of the day, it'd be a good idea to take some to them as well. So we'll bring some more back. Now we're going to put a hay bale on the front of here because we need to go down to our horses. And what we're going to do is, now that we've got the horse helper back, now that we can take more horses, we are going to get some more. We'll treat it as we have done before. So we will pick the next 2 Patreon names off the list, and add them in and make sure that we're naming our horses after the patrons as we were earlier in this series, before we started having troubles with the horse helper mod. I'm glad we sort of worked our way through that and kept our horses going, and now that's been uploaded. But right, I'm going to get this down to our horses, and we'll take a look at how they're doing. Into the stable yard and around here. And their feeding trough is around the far side. So they've got enough oats at the moment, I think. It is just making sure they have enough hay as well. So if the oats run out... actually, I'm not sure if they eat hay at the same time. It's a little bit confusing with the animals. I think we should probably test this. So this has... Yeah, so that has had a load taken off it. I think we need to mount this on the feeding trough. Get it out of the way. They don't take a huge amount of hay. That's the trouble. So we kind of need to leave the hay bale on here. Actually, no. We don't want to leave the hay bale on there because it will just rot away, especially if we get any rain. So now that we've taken a whole load off there, we can just do this and put this in this shed, because this is why we built this shed. Absolutely why we built this shed. There we are. Right, so that is the hay sorted. Now I think we're going to have to... Will this hook? This might hook to the back of this. We obviously can't use this on here, but we might be able to get this back to the farm, because if we can, we want to load in some straw into it. Looks like it might not hook up to the back of this. Oh no, it does. There we go. Perfect. So we can get this back up to the farm to get this done. We need to hook we can't hook the PTO, but we can hook the brakes. So that means this will move better. We get this back up to the farm, load this up with a straw bale, and that will get us where we want with this. I'm going to run over quickly while we're at it, because in here we need to turn this on because our horses have no water. So that will fill their water up quite nicely, and we can just head back to the farm. We will hook up, it'll be a case of hooking up our little 6810 actually, and bringing that back with a bale in here. And then we can use 6810 actually to go and get some oats in our old trailer there. So yeah, plenty to be getting on with here. Back in the yard, and let's take this round here. That way we can drop it off. I don't know if our other tractor is round here already. Now we need to get some of these round bales really down to the yard down there. It would be useful. Let's drop this off. There we go. Right, and then we can move this out of the way and go and grab ourselves this. But yeah, we could do with getting these down to there. There we are. We want this. In case you're wondering where our other tractor is, our little class, that is up at the cow yard. So that is going to be our tractor for that. It's got a front loader on it. It should do us absolutely perfect for that. So we've kind of left that up there at the moment till then. We'll be using that fairly extensively next time. As I said, we do need to get some hay bales up there from our store. And once spring kicks in, we probably want to start making some hay bales as well. There we go. Oh, now we do have an issue with this. That connects through there. There's no way. I need to work it out. So it looks a bit odd and a bit rubbish at the moment. That is the correct setup. We need to work out how we can get this onto the lower thing, because there is a way that these move. And it is just slightly annoying. Where am I going with this? It is slightly annoying that that it goes through there like that, and it shouldn't do. It should be a case of going better than that. So yeah, I kind of want to get it to work properly. Would be good, but I'm not sure what the command is for it at the moment. Open up the back of this so that we can get this in, but you can see it sort of gives it at a bad angle and things. That shouldn't connect to the top hitch, to be honest. That should be a bottom hitch connection, and I don't know why it doesn't, why it's not. Our trailer there, that absolutely should be a top hitch, but this I don't think so. Oh, now we caught that with that, so let's see if this will actually go in. Yeah, there we go. And it looks like, actually, we do already have a bale in there. It's only half a thing. So that actually will not work. How did I miss I had a bale in there? Right, so we'll get that back down to the thing. And, yeah, if we need to refill it, then we can. But I don't think we're going to. We have 2073, and that was from last time. We're wasting a bit of time here today on Mrs. Island. Right, back to our horses, and we need to go all the way around here. Yeah, water has filled up, so that's good. Horses are looking good there. They've got plenty of hay and oats at the moment, although we're going to go and get some more. And then round here, we can blow that. There we are. And yeah, so it's only taken 1,000. So we don't actually need much straw down here. They're fairly happy for a couple of days with just that. They could do with a top up of oats. We know they'll be good for a couple of days if we do that. So let's just reverse this into here. This still has 1,000 litres of straw in it. Interestingly, it sort of just says this takes 2,000 litres, which is a bit odd because these are 4,000 litre straw bales. So I don't quite know what's going on there, but we'll park this back in here. Disconnect it. And as I said, I want to have a fiddle with this because this happens a lot with this mod. Oh, we need to detach the hoses. There we go. I'd really like to sort that out. Let's see how this connects. Now I think this should connect to the lower one. Yep, there we go. So you see that makes sense. And you can't, there's nowhere lower for the other one to connect. So, which is just, yeah, that little bit odd. But this trailer does fit rather well on this tractor. I mean, it's a very old Ransom's trailer, this, and it only holds 6,000 litres. But that is enough for the oats that we have for the horses. You'll see that 6,000 litres actually, well, if we have a look, I get off the road quickly and have a look. For our horses, they only require, yeah, I mean, they've got half full at 871. So they only require about 1,600 litres. So this will do for a while filling this trailer up. And that's why I really want to fill this trailer up and sort of leave it down there so that we've got a good supply of oats for them. So we'll bring this round here and fill this up now. It's not quite under there. There we go. That should do it. We want oats. We've got 14,000 litres of oats. That should be more than enough. I don't think our horses, if we have a quick look, actually, double check. How much do our horses need for a year? It doesn't actually tell us, unfortunately. But this will keep us going for a while. And we got another fill up from it that we know of. We'll bring this round to the other side and just tip it. As I said, I don't think we're going to take more than about 700 litres off this. There we go. And tip. Yeah. That did it. So we're going to part this up. We still have... Yeah, that took 706 litres off it. So, yeah, that is absolutely perfect. Of course, adding 2 more horses to this is going to increase the amount. Let's reverse this up. No, that's going to work there. I do like this little horse yard that we've, or this extra barn that we've got here to store this stuff in. It was kind of needed with what we had. And now that we've got it here, it's a nice covering for things like this ransom tray with a load of oats in it and bits like that. So we'll disconnect that, and we'll take this back up to the main farm. So we'll get this parked back into the main barn, and then we're going to go and switch the implement on our telehandler so that we can just quickly get those pallets out of the way. Here we go. So we'll put this back on the pile because this has been absolutely unused. Slightly annoyingly, we do need to go and clean our sheep pen a little bit as well because they have been slightly messy eaters. There we go. That's on there. Let's go and drop off this bale spike. And then we need to look at what we're going to do in so far as... Ooh, down, switch, drop. There we go. And so far as seeding. So we need to go and test this seeder. I think we need to have a look at our crop rotation, see what we're going to plant where. We need to see what will work after the oats. I think it's probably going to be canola. We have plenty of straw. We want to keep it fairly easy. But we do have auto stackers and things, so it's all fine. Right. Yeah, this is where we have been storing stuff. So I'll put this in here. Probably going to end up getting this stuff straight out again. In fact, that is a very good point. Let's look at this now and look at our crop rotation. So, after the oats, we're looking at sugar beet. Is there not a better choice? Poplars, grass, sugar cane. Wheat doesn't do well. Barley doesn't do well. Oat doesn't do well. Cotton does well, but we're not doing cotton on here. Canola, I think we should put canola in after the oats. We've not got canola going anywhere else. We've got barley going in after our wheat. Yeah, I think that is our best bet. So we're going to put canola in on field 3. So let's go grab this. And we're going to see how bad this is. I said field 3. It's not field 3. It's field 41 where we're going to be doing this. And we've not got our massive seeder anymore. We have gone sized down on our seeder. But, as I said, this is a 250 horsepower tractor. And we only have... and this is a 300 horsepower seeder. Now, looking at this 300 horsepower one. That is, this one is the Certo. So it's the one on the right here that we want to hook up to. There we go. Pull that out, and then we'll be able to connect up all our pipes like so. Now, I'm not sure that we can open this. No, we can't. We've got to unfold this and then open it. So good thing we've got plenty of space in the yard. So then let's open it up. Right, so this will take both fertilizer and seeds. I'm not sure which is which. I think, let's have a look. This is select seed. Okay, so this is fertilizer we're looking at the moment. I think these are bags of lime, so that's no good. We do have a bag of fertilizer over here. If we need more, we'll go and get it from, we have the attachment to do it. Down the other end. But we can go and fill this up now. Right, so that is the fertilizer done. Let's go get ourselves some seeds. Now, I don't think this will hold as many seeds as the previous one did, so I don't think it's a huge problem. But the question absolutely is, will it sow? Whoops. So I think the other one wasn't full. This, oh wow, we need a load more fertilizer. So that's fine. We'll go and fill up with fertilizer in a moment. How are we for seed as well? Oh wow, we can take a lot more seed as well. So I'm going to get this refilled with seed. And yeah. Show you how we're going to do that in a moment. So I've loaded all the seed and stuff we had in already. So I'm going to drop this off here and grab our loading hopper here. There we go. There seems to be a little bit of an issue with the manual attach at the moment, where it just doesn't quite work. Yeah, we need to get those on as well. Now the beauty about this is we can come up to here and go load this, and we want to load this with seeds. Now what it doesn't do is we need to now open this up, because it doesn't recognize that. But it does mean that we can then empty seeds, and we can empty a lot of seeds, and that's the beauty of it. We may have had some fertilizer bags in here. Oh no, we had seeds. There's some fertilizer, but yes, we had lots of seeds. I think we'll fill this up with fertilizer, and we'll handle those later. We're definitely going to have a use for all that anyway. So again, this we want to fill up with fertilizer. There we go. Another 3,180 litres of that. Right, that is that done. So we can back this off. And yeah, we can leave this here for now. So, not like that. And let's take this down to the field. Well, let's get it closed up, folded up. And yeah, we'll take this down to field 41 and see if this tractor has enough oomph to pull this very power-hungry seeder. We're down at the field. Let's get this unfolded and see if this will work. Kind of a little bit nervous about this. So I said we need canola in here. Now, is it a good time of year to plant canola? Before we go and make this mistake, having done all this, we can indeed plant canola. It's still a bit cold for it, but hopefully it should be okay. I think it's fairly hardy canola. Let's have a look. Canola is medium for seed. Yeah, and yeah, pretty good frost resistant. We're not expecting any frost, I don't think. No, the temperature is just going to get warmer and warmer at this point. So this is all good. Now, do I have GPS on this tractor? I don't. That is a small downside. Maybe something that we want to look to sort on this tractor. There we go. Right, so we need to switch to canola. We need to turn this on. Yeah. Put it down. And we bring this up, then we can make sure that we're a good thing. And in fact, that is pulling it, and that is not pulling it. These are not direct seeds. That's why that's fine. So, I'm not going to completely abandon this, though. What we'll do is we'll park this over here. We will go and head over to this and grab us our where is it? It should be just around the corner here. Here it is. Our Lemkin should be able to use this piece of kit. And we have the time today to do both of these. So once we've got this going and got this done on the field, we have got everything connected up. Let's lift it. That's what this is. Once we got this going and got this done on the field, then we can get going with our seeder. So that's what we're looking to do now. Much better. There we go. So this down to this corner. This does have GPS, which is good. I think we are going to have to put it on the class so we can get that fitted. Let's unfold this then. Now this definitely has enough power to run this. So down it goes, and away we go. We should have an A down. We do have. Go a little way and press again. Auto width. And away we go. So this will make short work of this. Rather nicely, and as a result we should be in a position where we can then get our seeder out and we can give this a test and make sure that we can do what we think we should be able to do. I quite like this little cultivator. This is good. Making short work of this field. So about halfway through the field at this point, and yeah, this is going quite nicely. We should get this field planted today, I think. Once we got this job done first, it is just a case of getting our seeder on here. That is presuming, as I said, that our seeder is able to be pulled by the class tractor. If it isn't, I think what we've got is we've got enough money for us to look into doing a switch, to look into getting a higher powered class tractor. I didn't really want to do it because ideally, well, we've got a lot of money. So this 100,000 that we got left, this is supposed to be money to get our cows. And obviously the more we spend on a new tractor, the more that we wouldn't be able to spend on the cows. And secondly, I don't really feel we need more than a 250 horsepower tractor. Obviously, the seeder could prove us wrong, but we're using it on pretty flat fields most of the time. I don't think it's going to be something that is going to have a lot of cool for that. And if it does work, then what I think one of the first things we're going to do is upgrade the tractor with GPS. So we'll get GPS on that tractor because, as you can see on here at the moment with this Massey, it is incredibly useful. But then that would also be a good call for us to upgrade to another tractor. But we've got a fair amount of hours on these tractors now as well. And we want a third tractor. Let's not forget that. We are on the search for a third tractor, and I'm still not quite sure what we should get from that sort of range. Anyway, let's get this field finished off, and then we can get that seeder tested and see if we're going to get this seeded today as well. We're working our way around the headland to finish this off, so we should be able to have a go with our seeder today as well. If we can get this field done, that would be fantastic. It is 3:30 in the afternoon though, so there should be enough. You guys might have noticed that we're running at 10 times on here now. It was a suggestion of one of you guys last time. There is an incremental time mod that allows you to be a little bit more granular with the speed that the time moves, and 10 should actually be better for us. It'll give us just over an hour of recording, I think, to make us an episode on here. So we'll see how that goes, but this is this seems to be giving us enough time to do stuff now, whereas 15 times was always a little bit tight. But yeah, we should have plenty of time today to get this seeded now, which will be absolutely perfect. And yeah, give this field some time to go. Let's lift this. The one thing I have noticed is that we've not got a we've had some issue with our winter wheat. Our winter wheat field is looking a little bit poor. I don't think it survived the cold the last couple of months very well. We'll have a quick look at that. We kind of looked at this last time. So this is our winter wheat field, and look at that. Lots and lots of patches in it that have failed. We've got a few germination fails, no planted or withered. Yeah, we're all good. Now ready to harvest. That looks like, what is in there then? That's the oilseed radish, which doesn't seem to have germinated yet, so that's not good for us. But yeah, let's we'll deal with that in a minute. I think what we need to do now is get this tractor around and see if we can actually seed with this seeder and this tractor. Otherwise, we've either got to replace the seeder or replace the tractor, I think, or borrow a whole load of money and grab ourselves a new tractor, which is likely going to be, well, we seem to be moving towards class on here, slowly. So, yeah, with the DLC, it will most likely be replaced with the class tractor. We don't have any larger Masseys, I don't think. There we go. Move that out of the way. And these two are about the same size. So start it up. Whoop. Start it up. We still have canola selected. Down it goes, and away we go. Oh wow, 3 miles an hour. That did have an issue then. Let's try that again. It is. No, we are up to 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. I think we're alright so long as we're on the flat. I think if we were to try and do this on a hill or anything, this tractor absolutely wouldn't cope. But 8 miles an hour, that is a decent speed, especially the width at which we're working with this. So, yeah, I have no issues with that. We do not have to upgrade this tractor. We may look later in the year on getting a third tractor and something with a bit more oomph, maybe. But for now, I'm happy. This is going to do this job. So, yeah, let's get it doing it. So despite this tractor being apparently underpowered by about 50 horsepower, it has handled this drill well. The uphill bit at the end of the field, that has caused a little bit more problem. But in general, yeah, it's been going okay. It's a bit of a tight turn in the headlands. So we possibly aren't leaving enough headland at the moment. I think also, absolutely, we're going to need to upgrade this tractor with, well, that's not going to make it round, with GPS. So I think we might look at that before we go. That is going to cost us 15,000, but I think it's a bit of a necessity for this. We've got... I'm slightly concerned that my other field where we put in the oilseed radish, that has not germinated at all. All it is planted, and that could have a germination fail, which is unfortunate. To be honest, right, we need to take this around and get the rest of this headland done. I'm hoping we've not left too much in most spots. We seem to be pretty good, but we shall see. Thankfully, we have the road here that we can turn around on. If I can avoid the lampposts. There we go. So around we go. Down with that. We're going to worry more about the inside bit at the moment than the outside. Let's get that lined up so that we're covering this. So if I had to go round a second headland, then that's not the end of the world. And looking at this, yeah, we are going to have at least some gap left. You can see from here. Yeah, we're not... We can cover it, but we can't quite cover it fully. So, yeah, we're going to need to come round and do a second headland. That's all right. Fully expected that. Although it looks like it may only be that bottom end. I think looking at the sides here, we're all right. Now, this is where you can see this is struggling just that little bit. It hits something that's a little bit more resistant, and it has a problem. But we are at least able to use it, so this has not been a total loss with this seeder, which was my initial fear. I was very worried that we were going to have an issue where we were unable to actually use this seeder at all. As it turns out, no, that's not a problem. Although, as I said, if you get a slope, even if it's a fairly gentle and small slope, this does tend to struggle a bit. But otherwise, we are fine. There we go. Take it up to the end here. And this is, yeah, as we can see, the sun is beginning to set. The timing is pretty good on this. Even if as soon as we hit any kind of slope, we're struggling. There we go. Yeah. So I think long term we are probably going to need something to pull this with it that's got a little more oomph. For now, this is certainly able to pull it. We've got... I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we've got our fields over the road that we need to work out where they fit into our crop rotation. And kind of work out the crop rotation that we're going to be using for some. Because we don't necessarily need several crop rotations. We just need ones that we can work our way around with our fields. That's all we really need. But I think that is it. This is this field done. The sun is setting here on this island. So that 10 times has worked pretty well. It is just over an hour. It's been an hour and 10 minutes of recording. I should think we'll probably end up with this down to a lot less than that though. And yeah, as we finish off and as that folds up, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.